welcome back to another episode of TFT
The Fan Theory. मैं आपकी होस्ट अरीबा और मेरे साथ
Mushk
और हमारे साथ
Taha!
Hi Taha, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you? Thank you so much for having me on the podcast.
वेलकम. सो आज के एपिसोड में हम बात करेंगे बहुत ही अमेजिंग मूवीज़ के बारे में एंड दिस इज़ द मोस्ट अवेटेड एपिसोड जिसमें हम देसी फिल्म्स के बारे में बात करेंगे जो हमारी एपिसोड हमारी जो फिल्म्स हैं उनके बारे में बात करेंगे. तो आवर पर्सनल फेवरेट Muala Jatt, the legend of Muala Jatt. So Taha, have you seen the film?
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
Okay. Okay.
I enjoyed it the first time, so I went again to watch it.
Okay. Actually same. मैंने भी 2 दफ़ा देखी है.
So, yeah.
Okay. So Taha, थोड़ा सा बताओ Muala Jatt का क्या एक्सपीरियंस था देखने का? Because for me ये पाकिस्तानी सिनेमा की like one of the best films.
Definitely a pinnacle of the Pakistani cinema, Pakistani industry. And not just in terms of story wise, but visually it was a treat. Like, maza aa gaya boys.
I agree.
Sahi hai. But digging deeper into it, this is a very interesting film to talk about because it has several layers to it.
Yeah.
In terms of the story, in terms of the character, in terms of the overall plot. What I feel in terms of like theory wise, this is a very good social commentary. Social commentary, I say, because it portrays कि you know how this country is run. The rich get what they want. आपका Noori Natt, a villain, a person for murder, countless murder, jailed.
And in front of everyone, the
Yes.
whole village.
No. Noori Natt was not jailed.
He wasn't.
No. I'll tell you what. Noori Natt ने अपने आप को खुद जेल में डाला था because he thought उसके टक्कर का कोई नहीं. उसने कहा ये सब तो मेरे कुछ भी नहीं है. आप ब्लैक.
नूरी नत्त का भाई का नाम क्या था?
That Makha.
Makha, yeah.
तो
Makha ने
like-
openly, my point was like कि Makha ने openly like he committed a murder.
नहीं, माई पॉइंट है कि नूरी नत्त को उसने जेल में डाल के रखा बिकॉज नूरी नत्त को लगता था कि उसके मुकाबले का कोई है ही नहीं. तो नूरी नत्त उस लाइक वो नहीं था उसने अपने आप को जेल में
Self-imposed exile.
Yeah.
ताकि जब उसके टक्कर का कोई आएगा बिकॉज जब मौला जट आता है तभी नूरी नत्त जेल से जब उसकी बहन उसको बता
Isn't that the case with a lot of politicians?
तो कोई जेल में नहीं जाता. but
जेल में नहीं, but self-imposed exile.
हमारे जो पॉलिटिशियंस हैं दैट्स
Yeah.
मक्खा फॉर मी. दे
Yeah.
कैन डू व्हाटएवर दे वांट टू डू.
They can do whatever they want और उनके कोई consequences
इसकी
नहीं
बहन,
हुमायूं मलिक जो थी.
हाँ, हुमायूं मलिक जो थी, basically वो भी खुलेआम मर्डर करी है.
Yeah.
You remember the scene at the table?
Yes.
He cuts off the guy's head.
ਸਰਦਾਰੇ ਦੀ ਪੱਗ ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੰਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਦਹਿਸ਼ਤ ਸੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣ ਦੀ ਹਰ ਔਰਤ ਬਾਂਝ ਹੋ ਜਾਤੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਹੀ ਹੈ
Noori Natt.
तो then she उसका गला काट देती है. yes तो yeah.
It's like the
But
powerful
for
can
me
do whatever.
I don't think नूरी नत्त इतना गलत इंसान था because उसकी वैल्यूज बहुत अच्छी थी. उसने
हाँ, like the reason for his murder was very justified. He wanted to save his sister.
yes
Kind of justified, I
to
guess.
be in power. उसके अब्बा ने उसकी बहन को उसका मार दो but then उसने अपने अब्बा को मार दिया. The whole story, I don't think Noori Natt was a bad guy. Do you think that?
I think, see, based off his character, he was portrayed as villain. But in a very possible universe, Noori Natt and Muala Jatt could have been best friends, bro.
I agree because all of the characteristics जो हैं उनके they're almost the same. Like जैसे for example उनके पास एक background में they have like you know
A troubled
past कि देखो उसका parents वैसे मतलब
His parents were murdered.
और जो है नूरी नत्त के साथ ये सीन था कि उसकी जो बहन थी उसके साथ
Yeah.
वो हुआ था. And they have so many similar connections. I think कि if in different circumstances अगर वो मिलते तो I think they could have been like जिगरी दोस्त होता है ना कि the kind that would like do anything for like
Yeah, like, you know, the bros which like just hit it off and just like don't stop.
exactly. And I also feel like कि even if they started off wrong अगर ये ना मतलब बीच में हुमैमा मलिक नहीं होती the sister नहीं होती they could have hit it off as well too. So
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I feel like it draws parallels from the Marvel Cinematic Universe because I feel a lot of characteristics of Muala Jatt attribute to Captain America. I'm talking in terms of strength and in terms of, you know, just the way physically he's portrayed as.
Okay.
I mean, just my thought on it. What do you guys think?
I don't know
like the two separate things. मतलब मौला जट but if जिस तरह the मौला जट का जो ये वाला जो पार्ट आया है और पुराना वाला देखा है किसी ने?
Yes, I've seen the previous one as well.
So मतलब
But अच्छा, पुराने वाले की तुम बात कर रही हो तो पुराने वाले में it's a very interesting comparison because पुराने वाले में Muala Jatt is a lot more ruthless. He isn't. His values aren't as
Yeah.
clean. So maybe this is like an alternate reality type of thing.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be. Like,
or-
I see kind of like the Marvel reference over here because
Yeah.
they're like alternative realities वगैरह.
Yeah, like, you know,
multiverse type shit.
maybe,
Also,
maybe.
एक और चीज़ आई फील कि जो मक्खा था इवन दो ही वाज लाइक विलन और बहुत ख़राब है and मतलब सब सही है बट इनके लिए ना इनकी इज्जत एक बहुत चीज़ थी बड़ी
Yep.
जब उसको गधे पे बिठाया था
Yes.
ही कमिटेड सुसाइड बिकॉज उससे बर्दाश्त नहीं होती वो ह्यूमिलेशन
Absolutely, absolutely.
तो इवन दो वो विलन था बट उसकी जो वो थी लाइक जो
Values थी, they were like नहीं भाई bro, how can this happen?
बट आई थिंक नूरी नत्त की वैल्यू ज़्यादा अच्छी थी
यार वो
Obviously.
नूरी नाथ है ना.
thoughts on Muala Jatt. Do you like Muala Jatt? Do you justify what he was doing was right and everything?
Yeah, in the grand scheme of overarching, like, you know, I'm the hero, I'm the savior types, it makes sense. But I personally feel ke, you know, he's still out there murdering people left, right, and center. But then again, like,
They are
the-
bad people.
yeah, the rationale is ke the people who he was doing to, they
Because-
weren't doing anything good either.
They were like basically attacking him first.
Yeah.
So it's like the rule
It-
कि अगर
in this
आपको
like
कोई attack करे तो
Weird
you
way,
attack
it
back.
makes sense.
Also, एक theory है, fan theory है कि Muala Jatt is immortal. Like no one can kill Muala Jatt because उसका जो मौत का कुआं होता था, मौत का कुआं, that's what you
Yeah,
call it.
yeah.
हाँ, मौत का कुआं होता था वहाँ पे वो सब लोगों से लड़ता था वो मतलब बिल्कुल मरने वाली हालत में होता था बट वो मरता नहीं था सो फैंस थिंक कि भाई Muala Jatt is immortal and no one can kill Muala Jatt.
I read this another theory जिसमें basically वो जब वो मरने वाला होता है बिल्कुल मतलब वो बिल्कुल ड्रंक वगैरह होता है ना and then वो बंदा आता है उसके पास मक्खा नहीं आता तो वो बेसिकली जिसने उसकी अम्मी को दिया होता है कि अब तुम इसको संभालो
Yeah.
तो पीपल से कि वो उसका गार्डियन एंजल है और जब भी वो किसी मसले में बोलता है तो वो उसके मतलब उसकी ग्लिम्स में आ जाता है and
I kind of see that happening. I
Yeah,
kind of see that
because-
happening because, like, you know,
He's guiding you what to do. मतलब he's
Exactly.
जिस तरह पेरी गॉड मदर नहीं होती आपको बताएगा कि आपके पास में ये हुआ है अब आपको ये बदला लेना है and this is your next step उस तरह से
yeah, but also, like, I kind of see why
The
fans would
Guardian
think, you know, Muala Jatt is immortal because, dude, जितना वो बंदा पिटा है,
facts
Like-
एक नॉर्मल इंसान तो मर चुका होता है
bro, मतलब मैं तो उसके एक थप्पड़ में मर जाता.
True.
But then again, I ain't no Muala Jatt, bro. But it's interesting, yeah. It's interesting because this type of film hasn't ever been produced in Pakistan, and it opens a lot of doors for future, like this universe to continue on because it's beautifully built, beautifully shot, and
I
I would
agree.
definitely want to
Yeah.
see more characters and more films
Also-
of this, like, you know, time period. And
True.
Yeah.
True.
And like अगर part 2 आता तो I would definitely give it a watch.
Same.
Everyone should.
ये भी है कि not only Muala Jatt is immortal but he has some insane like power जिस तरह आपने बोला ना कैप्टन अमेरिका टाइप
Yeah.
उस तरह से उसके पावर है not मतलब पावर
like super power नहीं है, but like physical strength wise.
no the super power
Oh,
super
okay,
powers
okay,
was-
okay.
that is why वो जिसको मारता है एक चमाट में अगला लेट दिया है उसके बाद तो वो उठ नहीं पा रहा है वाला सीन एंड ऑल्सो इमोर्टल वाले पे Muala Jatt का आखिरी डायलॉग याद है किसी को
नहीं मुझे
he says that मोले नु मौला नहीं मारे
मौले,
ते
हाँ,
मौला नहीं
नहीं
मरता
मारा।
तो which actually like you know adds on to this कि भाई वो immortal kind of है because no one can kill him unless like it's destined for him to die.
unless like God's will.
हाँ, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. Now I want to see a part 2 where, like, you know,
He dies.
somebody.
I kind of want like a fan to like make another part जिसमें वो अपनी theories को like they actually come through.
I feel like another thing is possible. You know, it's a very Greek mythology attribute, but like, you know how.
In a desi version.
In a desi version, because I don't know if you guys remember the scene where he's coming on a white horse, he's in the dark and he meets his mother.
Yeah.
The kid saves his mother and brings it to him, and he's there on a horse on top of a hill. That resembles like a lot of Greek mythologies, like Zeus type things, where, you know, a demigod is just descended from the heavens to save the civilization or something like that. It was a very mythical and magical scene in
ये
that
भी तो हो
moment.
सकता है कि sorry to cut you off, but Nuts की जो you know Nuts ने take over किया हुआ था from centuries, ठीक है?
Yeah.
ये भी तो हो सकता है कि Muala Jatt was like placed over there कि ये बड़ा होके he will save this town.
Oh my god, what if उसके parents को भी जानबूझ के मारा गया हो? जाके
What if उसके parents को मारे नहीं? It's just a back story.
No, it was like no, उसके parents को मारा गया हो but then ताकि वो बड़े होके nuts को you know कुछ उसके पास एक incentive हो ताकि वो उनकी पूरी bloodline
Nuts की
को
ruling
I have another theory.
What?
We talked about the guardian angel, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's his dad. That's his real dad. It would make sense.
How?
See, his mother was murdered. It's my theory, completely my
Okay,
theory.
okay.
His mother was murdered, and his father knew that he couldn't raise the son alone. So he gave the son to like a relative or somebody else, that woman, his mom. And as he's growing up to be this great warrior, and he's keeping a watchful eye over him because he is somebody important, or somebody, you know, people, maybe he's faked his own death or something like that.
और नोटिस करो like बीच के scenes में उसको बार-बार provoke भी किया जा रहा है तो so that he gets violent.
Yes.
That it makes sense.
And like
training him to be like what
exactly, and like he's keeping a very close eye on him and his progress. So like, you know, he's actually prepping him, like Mush said, to defeat Noori Natt. I think
That's the vision.
That's the
vision. And I feel like that guardian angel is like letting more on. There's more to his character than we see.
I think yes. हाँ, true.
I think yes too.
हाँ, सोच रही थी मेरे को दिमाग में,
But
लेकिन क्या है? अच्छा, not only मौला जट, पाकिस्तान फिल्म इंडस्ट्री ने बहुत अच्छी फिल्म्स बनाई हैं. I really like Manto. Have you guys watched Manto?
Yes.
जो पाकिस्तानी सिनेमा में रही थी.
Yeah.
But the problem was कि like बहुत सारे लोग didn't like Manto.
Okay.
For obvious reasons, he was very अपने वक्त के हिसाब
बहुत
से
liberal था.
बहुत liberal थे और बहुत
not accepting of the
हाँ.
Yeah, I feel like Manto was really ahead of his time.
I agree.
I agree.
You know what fans say? कि मंटो was able to do time travel कर सकता था वो. That is why इसकी जो कहानियाँ पढ़ो, it's like अपने वक्त के हिसाब से वो बहुत आगे थी.
हाँ.
तो लोग कहते हैं कि वो टाइम ट्रैवल कर सकता था और उसको ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा पता था. एंड उन लोगों को डर, जो अथॉरिटीज़ थी उनको डर ये था कि इवेंचुअली वो सारे राज खोल देगा. बिकॉज मंटो हैड नो फिल्टर. ठीक है.
Yeah.
सारे राज खोल देगा तो दे शुड शट हिम ऑफ. एंड एग्जैक्टली व्हाट दे डिड.
Yeah, a very weird theories coming to my mind.
Okay, what?
What if Muala Jatt is the fictional representation of Manto especially in terms of the time travel element?
How to explain?
Okay, so basically, as you said, there's a theory that Manto can time travel. What if Muala Jatt is just the fictional representation of Manto through time, or what if like the previous movies are connected? He's just time traveling through different times and spaces and just saving civilization and saving the society as and when it needs to be, and like correcting its course.
Okay, in a symbolic way, it can make sense because
You
like,
get what I'm trying to say, right?
if it's like Manto basically was trying to open up new topics.
Open up new topics, open the eyes of society, and
Yeah.
Muala Jatt has no filter.
Yeah.
He's also like, you know, telling the people.
But contradictory to that, मौला जट ने तब तक नूरी नत पे और उसी क्लैन पे हाथ नहीं डाला था जब तक उसका पर्सनल दुश्मनी नहीं आया था, जब तक रिवेंज वाला पार्ट नहीं आया था. एंड उस हिसाब से मुझे लग रहा है कि मंटो और उसका कोई वो नहीं है, बिकॉज मंटो अपने पे रख के नहीं बोलता था.
True.
मंटो सोसाइटी की आंखें खोलने के लिए बोलता था. एंड मौला जट ने जो बदला लिया वो अपने लिए लिया. ही डिडंट गिव टू शिट्स अबाउट एनीथिंग कि वो नत क्लैन क्या करी है.
that you're right about that. I think this is fictional representation maybe, but I agree with you on the fact that Manto could possibly time travel because his stories definitely were way ahead of his time. Assuming Manto could time travel, so we want to assume that Manto has been to the future and the past.
Yes.
Same. So maybe, just maybe, his writings are cryptic. Maybe they have clues for us.
Maybe.
And you know, his short stories are already lesson based. So what if like there's more to the lessons than
You know what I think? I think उसकी जो कहानियाँ उसने जो नज़म वगैरह जो भी उसने जो लिखी हैं,
mostly short stories हैं वैसे.
हाँ, that's different than what we see. अगर आप उसे
Yes.
पढ़ो,
Yes.
and आप उसे जब आप उसे पढ़ रहे हो and आप अगर कोई मतलब है, आप अगर उसको गौर से पढ़ो ना, वो चीज़ बहुत मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप अपने दिमाग के आप जिस स्टेट में आप होगे आपको उस हिसाब से समझ आएगा वो.
Before we get into this, I want to add a couple more films to the list which are highly controversial.
Okay.
And Zindagi Tamasha.
I haven't seen Zindagi Tamasha.
Because it hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
Pemra, bro.
Oh, what happened? Why? I don't know.
it's a similar topic to that of
किसकी है?
Pusat.
Oh.
Yo,
Yeah, उसके अलावा Churels was also banned.
Churels was banned.
अच्छा, have you seen Churels?
Yes.
I loved Churels.
इतने controversial मतलब वो हुआ था कि you know आपकी आज की society क्या सिखा रहे हैं लड़कियों को औरतों को ये करना सिखा रहे हैं because it's all मतलब जो
But-
हमें सालों से सिखाया जा रहा है.
But isn't it मतलब अब I think कि अब ये time आ गया कि we should like kind of accept कि Churel जैसे जो show आ रहे हैं.
No, it's not even that. It's just, देखो, Churel isn't completely fictional. It's based on some form of reality.
Yeah,
So
some
these things are
content
happening
was-
around us,
exactly.
and the problem is we're not talking about it. That just makes it all the more worse.
Not only talking about it, our like the
Thought process.
authorities, they don't want us to know.
That is
about this.
exactly why they ban all the shows. जिंदगी तमाशा भी इसलिए ban हुआ है.
Yeah.
और मुझे सबसे ज्यादा हैरत की बात ये लगती है.
Kabli पे भी कितना लोगों ने
exactly,
like raised a lot of questions for it.
हाँ. एंड सबसे ज्यादा हैरत की बात ये है कि आप अपने मुल्क में बैन कर देते हो एंड देन बाहर के मुल्कों में अवार्ड जीत रहे हैं.
Exactly,
Yeah, like Joyland won Cannes.
श्रीलंका में या कहाँ पे आई डोंट रिमेम्बर चुड़ैल्स का पूरा पोस्टर लगा हुआ है and यहाँ पे कोई हम लोग को रिकग्निशन ही नहीं दे रहे.
Exactly. और यहाँ पे जो
The
है
sad reality was Churels was released on an Indian OTP.
platform exactly. मुझे तो-
Z5.
It could have been on a Pakistani platform, but no.
See, that's actually a lot of what young filmmakers are doing these days. They're releasing their content abroad so that it can be viewed in Pakistan
As बाहर का
as
content.
Bahar ka
Bahar
content.
Then इज्जत
so
बढ़
that
जाती है.
so that it doesn't get banned.
Yeah.
Pimrao.
Oh, just okay. We talked a lot about like controversy, and we talked a lot about like, you know, especially like in terms of Manto, we talked his writings being way ahead of his time and just being very powerful in nature to the point they're applicable to date and they're applicable to like to your current state of mind as you read it. My question to you guys is, even with like Muala Jatt, we feel like there's a lot of cryptic meaning to it in certain extent, and there's a lot of symbolism involved with it. My question is, what do you think is the best way to deal with it in terms of, you know, moving forward in terms of cinema, in terms of writing, in terms of just dealing with these things on a societal level?
यार आई फील कि हमें इतना लाइक कंटेंट रिलीज करने का फ्रीडम तो हमारे कभी भी नहीं मिलेगा. कभी भी नहीं मिलेगा. तो वी शुड फाइंड वेज एंड मतलब ऑलरेडी प्लेटफॉर्म्स आ रहे हैं.
Yeah.
वो जो ग्रीन समथिंग
Yeah.
निकला है.
Green TV or something
आई
like
डोंट
that.
नो
Yeah.
बट दे आर क्रिएटिंग ऐसे कंटेंट जो मतलब मैंने एक का देखा था, मैंने नोरोज समथिंग का मैंने
Yeah,
देखा
yeah.
था. तो ऐसे आ रहे हैं. अब आई थिंक अब हाई टाइम है, अब कोई भी बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगा. अब दे विल रिलीज द कंटेंट जो उनको करना है. अब क्योंकि अब आई डोंट थिंक कि कोई इतना है कि यार शिट वो बैन हो गया है, वो एक जगह से बैन होगा दूसरी जगह रिलीज कर देंगे बिकॉज दे डोंट केयर. उनको सिर्फ अपना काम दिखाना है.
And they're like higher vote too as well, like Netflix वगैरह भी.
हाँ.
They are eventually gonna come towards all of this. कि देखो ये ban हुआ लेकिन क्यों है? And then they can like buy it off and all that.
I absolutely agree with you guys, but I also just want to add one more thing. It's important that, you know, we talk about these things and we create these sort of create on these subjects, because अगर हम बात
Yeah.
नहीं करेंगे,
So ये
तो
तो एक-
awareness नहीं
it's just
आएगी.
another
Exactly.
issue जो कि दब गया हो.
yes.
हाँ.
And
आई थिंक अब ना बात करने की जरूरत भी नहीं है. अब नो वन केयर्स कि बात हो रही है नहीं हो रही. दे आर डूइंग व्हाट दे वांट टू
and in terms of like, you know, just the type of content being produced in Pakistan, it's also high time and I've seen this around us कि people are stepping away from the traditional जो आपकी पाकिस्तानी scripts होती थी, the normal
Even the
dramas
actors.
and everything. Yeah, they want to do new things and people are
बिकॉज पाकिस्तान ड्रामे में क्या है, बस रोमांस है, बस वो या तो
वो जो
family
नया-
politics
हाँ,
है.
I don't want to name names, लेकिन वो जो नया ड्रामा आया जिसमें like जबरदस्ती शादी करा देते हैं, हैदराबाद करा देते हैं, मतलब what on earth is that? And people are like fantasizing about that, all of that. ऐसे
हाँ.
पहले कुछ अच्छा content हो, जैसे मंटो का content उठाओ. There's so many
तो इस-
different authors, उनका काम निकालो and just make movies out of it.
अच्छा. और इसमें होता है कि ये वाले ड्रामे दिखा के बच्चे नहीं बिगड़ रहे, मगर
हाँ.
कुछ अच्छा दिखा दो.
उसमें चमाटे भी पड़ रहे हैं, उसमें ये भी हो रहा है, जबरदस्ती शादी
ये बाल खींच रहा है लड़का, हाथ खींच रहा है, तो भाई यही प्यार है. यही तो प्यार है.
It's BS, man.
Yeah, exactly. और
It's just sad. It's just sad.
गुस्सा.
But
Nothing
but
else that
also
we as filmmakers can do something to do change.
also like I want to add that we shouldn't like limit ourselves to like reality. We should just
Make
go
fiction,
crazy like
exactly.
like-
मेरे
Because
टीचर
this
ने
is
कहा था
also a form of art. आपको जिस तरह वो करना है, you should have the like freedom to make anything or talk about any subject you want. It doesn't even have to be a real issue.
absolutely. And like,
As my teacher said कि जब creative space में जाना हो तो एक बच्चे की तरह सोचो.
true.
तो
I think we
खैर,
had the same teacher.
Yeah. So, okay, ending with that note, thank you so much, Taha, for
Thank
joining
you for
us.
joining
Thank you so much for
us.
having me. It was a lovely conversation, you guys.
Thank you. So, guys, see you soon in the next episode. Thank you so much for
Hopefully.
watching and adios.
Adios.